This story, 70 families in Ikemeleng, a tented settlement in the west of Johannesburg, now have proper roofs over their heads. It was made possible through a donation from the South African Housing Infrastructure Fund. SAHIF buys up vacant land near towns and cities and develops it into service stands. Well, to discuss the role of the private sector in this housing delivery, we are joined by the CEO of SAHIF, RALI, MAMPEULE, via Skype. RALI, good morning, and thank you very much for your time. From the reports I saw after we interviewed you here on eNCA on this program a few weeks ago ahead of this project, you managed to deliver these 70 units for those 300 or so people in Roodepoort in 2 weeks. What made that possible?
Good morning, Braden, and your viewers. It's quite exciting, Braden. I had a call this morning from one of the residents that have moved in and said, we just moved in. This was our first night, and we have a cold front in the country, and it was quite warm. So it took us about precisely just under 2 weeks to build these temporary structures for about 70 units. And we are proud to say today that there are 300 people that have moved into those homes.
Yeah, what made it possible for you? I'm asking this because we keep on hearing now and again from government for the need for private-public partnerships.
I think this was a successful triple P private-public partnership where we as the private sector who are playing in the space joined hands with government and definitely the Department of Human Settlement and the 3 phases of government. And that was a success, and we delivered this settlement in under 2 weeks. And I must say that the minister and the team was really there to help us as well, and really looking at private sector to make a difference. The private sector knows how to do this. I mean, let's just be honest. A lot of companies who are private that are doing property development, they build a lot of units, per year more than government, and it was quite a successful initiative for government to want to have a look at working with the private sector.
Yeah, now those people have moved from tents to these temporary structures that you donated as SAHIF. Can this be replicated elsewhere? And can this temporary structure have longevity?
Precisely, Braden. We feel that we can. This was a case study for us as South African Housing and Infrastructure Fund, for us to definitely cut and paste in other areas. We are also looking at saying that it does not necessarily have to be government that has to do this on their own. I mean, we have just under 3 million homes or houses that still need to be built in the country, and government can't do this on their own. And so we're now launching what we call adopt an informal settlement as a private sector. And we're looking for other NGOs and players in the real estate industry to come and adopt small informal settlement and turn this into something like what we've done in Roodepoort. The structures can certainly last for about 15 years, and that buys time for our government. As you know, that government is spending a lot of money now on COVID-19 to really fight this pandemic. And, we don't know. It might happen that we might not have necessarily the resources to build houses in the next 4 or 5 years. And at least our people will be staying in these temporary structures that are dignified. They're certainly much better than a tent and a shack.
Thank you very much, and well done there. That's the Chief Executive Officer of the South African Housing and Infrastructure Fund, SAHIF, Mr. RALI MAMPEULE.